Guys, let me start off by saying this was not the episode of Car Rant that I really wanted to film. Catch my squirrel son. Hi buddy. What's up? Can I say hi to everybody on YouTube again? No? Okay, here, you can sit up on my shoulder. Come on. There you go. There you go. Look how big he got, dude, in just a week. He looks so healthy now. Hopefully he doesn't pee on me right now because I just showered. This is going to be us coming to the table and just being honest about something that went on in the background that we were really waiting on. And was going to elevate our game on the channel because honestly it was a very large sum of money. And this is me being transparent because it's going to make some major changes to the channel. And realistically slow down content a lot, and there's just nothing really we can do about it other than pray that God provides, and also that we need to be proactive and get ahead of things before things go wrong, and unfortunately have to say goodbye to some of our projects. What's up, buddy? There we go. You stay right there. Look at you, he's so adorable. Oh my God. Can't have a dog, but I can have him, and I'm okay with that. To make it the long story short, and to clarify what I am and am not allowed to say, I normally make money through the stock market and have been doing so for a number of years. That was my source of income, was stocks and bonds, mutual funds, and then some smaller scale investments, things like that. That was my main bread and butter. And unfortunately, due to COVID and other outlying things like an election year, we took a lot of hits. And unfortunately we're not going to be able to keep a lot of the projects that we had going on the channel. It's out the gate, we're not going to be able to do the Bronco, at least as it sits right now. I just don't see it being a possibility. I'm going to hold out for it, hope for the best, but the way it sits right now, probably not going to happen. We are going to keep the Metro because we have gotten pretty far into it as is, but also it's one of the two bikes that actually will work, and more importantly is within our legal limits. When we go to register the thing, it is a 50cc bike, so we'll be able to actually ride it and not need motorcycle insurance, learner school, the inspections and all that stuff. We won't have to go through all the hoops that the Ruckus here will have to go through. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to let the Ruckus go, but it's not leaving the channel. It's not leaving the channel. I am not gonna be able to maintain it, but we will help our good friend who has not been on the channel in a long time, just due to things going on in his own life, Ishmael. Talked with him already, and his rule was he would not take the bike unless we helped him build it, and we went for the first ride with him. And honestly, I couldn't have it any other way. Love the guy to death, love you bro, if you're watching this. Very excited to see this thing done, but I unfortunately will not be allowed to be the owner of it just because I have to slash a lot of costs. To give you a little bit more background of why this is so devastating, like I had a lot of resources go missing. I had a number of stocks and bonds in the stock market, and my accounts that had been honestly paying for my life and paying for things with Car Rant took huge financial hits. We're talking about losing well over $100,000, not in expenses, but in the value of my things going down in the market, and annuity that I had being slashed up. It's stuff that is tough to swallow, especially when that is your livelihood. And to add to that fire, my family was involved in a court case. We won the case, and we have been waiting for past couple of years actually for it to pay out the dividends owed to us by the guilty party. And I'm not allowed to get into a lot of the specifics because it's still an active case, and stuff is going to go on with it well into 2025. But we were told that we would be given a certain amount of money. Each of us were set to receive a certain amount of reparations, if you will, for this situation. And due to things revolving around COVID and the financiers for paying out the things that they're supposed to pay out. We're not able to even receive 1% of what is owed to us. We're getting a fraction of it. And the reason why that's so devastating is that amount would have got us a house, would have paid off any extraneous debts that I might have. It would have basically set us up to do incredibly good things moving forward with Car Rant. A home with a fully built garage, with everything we need in there to get started, helping other people build their cars and taking on clients with that. I was going to actually start a coffee business and bring on a coffee truck to the channel. Something I still would like to do, because it would be a really cool side hustle to have, but that's money that I don't have now, because that would have come out of the sum that was owed to myself. And as a result, there's a lot of projects that I can't finish. There's a lot of projects that I can't keep going forward with because of the amount of losses that I took. I'm gonna have to cut some things out and let some things go, and that's why Ishmael's taken our beloved Ruckus. Yes, you haven't seen him in a hot minute, but he is now the new inheritor of the Ruckus. He and I worked a deal out. I'm gonna help him rebuild it. It's still gonna be on the channel, and you'll be able to see Ishmael on the channel again. It's been a very long time. Unfortunately, our schedules kind of came together and separated at weird intervals, and it's because he does a lot of things for the church. He does a lot of work for our friends who run a bed and breakfast, a wedding venue, as a photographer, a web developer. He's got a lot on his plate, so he wasn't always able to be here for the Car Rant stuff, but he always supported us behind the scenes. So huge shout out to you, Ish. I'm very glad that you will be taking on our project Ruckus, because somebody's got to do it, and I wouldn't have it any other way but to have you take on something that we both talked about doing 4 or 5 years ago when we first started doing stuff with the channel. I grabbed these keys so we can go see this car real fast. Now to see the car we haven't seen on the channel in over a month. Alright. It's not raining this thing. Oh, cool. Something we haven't done in a hot minute. Take it out of gear. Ooh, rough start. We haven't started this thing up in a while. Alright, oh, why is the AC on? What the heck? Someone was in here touching stuff. I won't deny it, I haven't been in this car pretty much since it broke down. As another update, we will have to let this car go due to my financial misfortune. Because unfortunately, I'm not in the position to be able to maintain this car and fix all of its problems. I mean, if I can drive for a little bit longer, because we figure out that it's like the shifter cables that are actually jacked up, not the shafts or anything else, then sure, we'll hold on to it for a little bit longer. But I just feasibly, with my finances being as jacked as they are right now, not gonna be able to swing it. I might see if I can deregister the vehicle for a little while, since it's good until June of next year, but for right now, we're kind of stuck. Oh, that was fun. Just went on a quick but then turned into a very long jaunt with this here Eclipse. Shiro has been a good project. I love this car. I love what we've done with it. Done in it more specifically than with it, if you know what I'm saying. But it's an incredible car. It's an incredible chassis. The RS chassis is honestly extremely slept on. It's a lot of fun and very torquey for a low horsepower and a car. The 420A is a very solid motor. If you just want to have something that's fun, cheap, and just goes, you know what I'm saying? It's just one of those cars, and I've had more fun in this car than I thought I would, and I'm actually sad to let it go. You know, out of the other cars like the Civic and the Lexus IS300, which I find funny that Evan's building a turbo one because we thought about doing it too. It's sad to let this guy go because we've had this car for a long time, but we just can't afford to keep him around anymore. So long, old friend. You've been good to this channel. You've been good to me as an owner. Even when you've been frustrating, we can't figure out why you keep overheating like you did when I was driving it. This has been such a good ride, such a good run. I'm going to be sad to see this car go, just because what it represented for me, what it was meant to go to my brother Jonathan, but like even he can't take it right now. So we're forced to play our hand, unfortunately, because I can't afford to keep up multiple cars here in Virginia due to personal property taxes and having to have insurance on them and everything else. That's just, I can't. Sorry, bro. You've been good to me, Shiro. I hope we can find you a good owner. Real fast before my camera dies and I switch cameras, I just want to say that I am grateful for all that I've been given and all that I've had and the opportunities I've had as a result of everything. I don't want it to seem like I am not appreciative of those things or the people or the events, all of that. I want to put it out there that I'm extremely grateful. And while losing everything that we were working on kind of hurts, I'm keeping the Metro because that's like the cheapest thing to fix right now. You know, with losing Shiro and everything else, you know, it's a sad time and whatnot, but the way I see it is there must be bigger things, better things later on, and so I'm gonna strive with it. And I think this guy is literally trying to use the bathroom on me while I'm sitting here. Yep, he is. Okay. Come on, bro. Really? I'm trying to have a moment right now. Oh, as you continue to let go. Oh, geez, hold on. After a small bathroom mishap, squirrels, man, I tell you. I just want to say thanks to everybody for sticking up for me, being with me throughout all these things, and more importantly, standing by me when things went wrong with the cars and whatnot. I know it sucks that I'm having to let them go, but I'm hoping that we can continue to do good things here on Car Rant in the future and moving forward. Especially now that I've got this little fun guy, it's going to be very interesting to try and balance the cars and taking care of this little adventurous one at the same time. But with all that said, I hope you guys understand. If you got any questions, I'll answer to what I'm allowed to answer down in the comments below. If not, you'll understand why. But take care, you guys. God bless, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.